Good morning, doctor. My name is Yong. Metric number is 275509. Today, I will present about my assignment 1, chapter 1, 5 major points that have significant impact in future logistics. Introductions. According to the data in the website of WHO, there already has 35,878 Malaysian people died due to COVID-19 since the COVID-19 outbreak. The COVID-19 pandemic not only has caused many people die, it also has caused negative effect and challenge to the global supply chain. Many countries have to close their border to decrease the virus of COVID-19 spread. According to the video in the article, many cargo ships are unable to dock at the port and need to wait for the port instructions at that time. These situations not only decrease the movement flow of raw material and finished goods, but it also wastes the time and money of the company if the cargo is perishable goods like vegetables, fresh flowers, fruits, and so on. The global economy recessions also has exposed the weaknesses on produce strategies and supply chain of the companies in around the world. All this and the trade war between US and China has caused the manufacturers around the world have to face pressure on politics and competitive. This has caused the company decrease rely on inventory in resources that they think have risk and minimize the stock in global supply chain. After 2 years, the professionals for supply chain in different industries are still dealing with the consequences that caused by the COVID-19. During COVID-19 pandemic also increased the complexity of doing business due to the shortage of workforce, demand, and logistic backup. The managers have to quickly adjust their strategy in order they can decrease the cost and impact from COVID-19 and their company can survive from this crisis. Next, I will talk about the 5 major points that have significant impact in future logistics. The first point is the COVID-19 pandemic and lockdown and restrictions has caused many pressures on global supply chain. The pressure that caused by the country lockdown and restrictions has led the major geographical transfer of supply and demand. Many transports from different countries have to choose the other route that is more far than the original route. This will bring problems to the global supply chain. COVID-19 pandemic exposed the vulnerability that did not discovered by people before in some of the field. Many companies even suffer from the shortage of workforce and damage. During COVID-19, there are 92% of the company did not stop their investment on technology. It means that the technology can help the company to faster respond on the unstable of supply and demand. There are 11% of the company reported the positive impact of COVID-19 to their company, such as increase of customer demand and introduce new product to the market. This kinds of company mostly is involved in the medical field or consumer goods industry because their customer has high demand on their products like hand food, vaccines, flour, rice, and other. Although there are companies in some industry or field has positive impact, but there are some other companies has serious negative impact when COVID-19 pandemic, that is car and industrial company. Many of the companies says that the pandemic has destroyed their workforce. According to the US Bureau of Labor Statistics in 2022, the shortage of the worker that caused by COVID-19 has increased the job positions of for manufacturing is twice compared than before. The global economy recessions that and the trade war between the US and China has caused the company decrease the inventory source that come from a global supply chain, which means that they have to get the inventory source from local. This can help local companies to increase their income and create job position. Next, the second point is more challenge on economy and business environment. The exiting of British from the EU and the increase of cross-border checking in England and other European countries have increased the stress on supply chain. This means that the company has to face a series of global business challenges from tendency fluctuate to the constructions of global management team. The COVID-19 pandemic and the necessary public health response measure has led to the fastest and the biggest scales of decline in international flow. The product trade in 2020 has declined 13% to 32%. Direct abroad investment declined 30% to 40%, and the passengers of international air flight has decreased 44% to 80%. This means that the amount of the global product exports has declined to the level of middle or late 2000s. Besides, the demand of customer for the product will keep changing. For example, a customer brought a dress from a shop and the customer may only wear that dress once or twice. Then that customer will buy the new one if she saw another beautiful dress. The demand of the customer increase led the different types of product also increase and have many kinds of shapes, colors, functions, and so on for the customer to choose. The require and demand of the customer on the delivery speed also has increased due to the COVID-19. Many people cannot go outside. It is very hard for the company to meet the expectations of the customer on delivery speed. The customer thinks that fast delivery is a need for them, not choice. For example, Amazon has increased the threshold for membership and promised to deliver in one day. Besides, Walmart also provides free shipping for the customer who bought online. Other than the delivery speed, the company also has to guarantee the quality of the product, like did not have any broken part or damage. The company can set KPI for the workers to reach the target, which can more quickly, faster, and efficiency to finish their work. The third point is the environmental impact of logistics and supply chain activities. If the countries in all around the world want to reach the target of emissions, they have to develop the supply chain that can be sustainable. Nowadays, more and more people have realized that they need to protect the sustainable of Earth. Also, the company can cooperate with suppliers to adopt sustainable development initiatives to make sure the source of pollution and waste in order to have preventive measurement. This can help the company to increase their company's reputation and image. The frame for sustainability should include the missions that create together and the strategy plan that can provide program support in order can be used. The company can use a tool called Strategy Life Cycle Assessment (SLCA) to help the company understand more about the product and the sustainable performance for supply chain. The tool can help the company to examine the sustainability of social and life for the whole product life cycle. The applications of that tool has involved two of the company's product and their supply chain, which is standard fluorescence light tube and a long life light tube that have more longer life. The supply chain risk management can help the company to recognize positions of any types of risk that might happen in the network, then evaluate the potential risk and develop related mitigation strategies. So it is important to the company. The fourth point is the increase of the price of flight and shipping. The COVID-19 pandemic not only has caused a huge impact to economy of the country, it also has forced us to change our living style. The pandemic has caused the cancellations and delays of flights and shipping. This has caused the cost of the airline increase and the price of the freight also increase. When COVID-19 pandemic, there are more than 1,000 voyages of cancellations in the first 6 months of 2020. This has decreased the stability of the price of the shipping. After the trade recover and the exceeding of shipping capacity, the shipping price will rise sharply in the second half of 2020. The last point is change on environment and decrease of release of emissions. During COVID-19 pandemic, because of many people cannot go outside and the decreased usage of vehicles, it has caused the emissions sharply to decrease in the few weeks. Although their emissions has decreased 5.4% and it is significant, but the increase of atmospheric concentrations is within the normal range of annual change caused by natural process. The decrease of emissions can help people to protect the environment and let it more sustainable. In conclusions, in these 5 major points that have significant impact in future logistics, some of the points will cause negative impact to the future logistics, like increase of the price of flight and shipping. Some other will has positive impact on it, like change on environment and decrease of release of emissions. But the COVID-19 pandemic has led company face many challenges which are new and cannot rely on the past experience to create the solutions. That's all from me. Thank you.